People in East Toledo say a pair of vicious dogs were on the loose Saturday afternoon, attacking neighborhood pets and property. Michael Sandlin went into the neighborhood earlier today. Michael, do police know where these dogs came from?
Well, that's the problem, Kaylee. No one is sure where these dogs came from, but neighbors on Licking Street say the dogs terrorized them and their pets for 3 hours, killing 2 cats in the process. Now they feel a little less safe in their own yard, and they don't understand why LC4 didn't respond to help.
They show up, people throw them out of cars, I fix them, and I let them back go. It's trap and release.
Tammy Pegorch has been taking care of stray cats for the better part of a decade, letting them stay in her backyard and roam around her property, giving them food and shelter. She says she gets as many as a dozen roaming around at any given time. But on Saturday, Pegorch says this cat sanctuary turned into a cat hell.
They killed a cat right there, ran back out the front way that they tore up the fence out here we got to go look at, and they went in his yard and drugged my black cat right there.
Pegorch saw the grisly scene from her window. These 2 dogs, seen in a photo taken by a neighbor, were terrorizing her cats. She and her granddaughter ran outside screaming, and one of them was nearly the dog's next victim.
They went after my granddaughter, she's 13, and she maced them, and we ran after the dogs to try to get them. And I chased them with cat food bowl, and they went into the neighbor's yard, and we contained them there, and all of us started calling the police and the dog warden and the canine control.
A TPD representative confirms one of their crews did arrive in time to see Pegorch and a group of neighbors successfully corral the dogs inside a neighbor's fence. But Pegorch says the officers didn't have the tools to remove the dogs, and they didn't call for additional help.
They did not call for canine control. As I understand, you have to call the police, and the police calls them. Well, nobody called anybody, and the dogs got out of that yard.
By this point, TPD had already left, and the dogs were on the loose again, making a beeline right into Pegorch's yard, killing a second cat.
And then we ran them off again, and I came out with a brick because there was kids at the park.
This time, the dogs left for good, but they left plenty of damage in their wake. Pegorch buried the cats in her yard and has a tiny memorial for them, and her granddaughter refuses to come out of the house.
My family's been crying all day.
With the dogs still loose, Pegorch says the responsibility falls to the city.
I hope the city proposes some kind of methods to control this type of situation before it turns on children.
TPD tells me LC4 can only respond to dog catching calls if the dogs are contained, but it's unclear if they were called out in this situation. I reached out to LC4 to get their side of the story. At this hour, they've told me they're working on a response. We'll make sure you get that information as soon as we have it. In studio, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.